Okay, so before I get started on the Idris stuff, I wanted to do a little bit of unboxing of Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. I hadn't done that in a while, and I those videos usually do pretty good. So I've got a collection of stuff I wanted to crack open and talk about and yap about. And so the first one is this '69 Dodge Charger Daytona. Um, I originally was going to use this car for the Idris team over the Curtis Turner, uh, but I've already got a couple winged cars in my collection, and I still might come back to this though. But I do think the winged cars are, obviously really cool. Um, but I got like I said, I got the Richard Petty and the Pete Hamilton, but those are Plymouth Superbirds, not the Charger Daytona. Um, I was going to do this car up in Bobby Isaac's paint scheme, but turned out I already had a Bobby Isaac car in my collection too. So I'm not really sure what driver I want to do this with. Or maybe I'll just leave it generic. I don't know. But this is the only Daytona I actually have. Everything else I've got is Plymouth Superbirds. So that one was good. And then we've got the Day of the Dead truck. And I love these, this 56 Ford truck. I love these skull wheels. These are great for Gaslands. I know some people don't like the plastic wheels, but that actually, I think, fits really well. And I've got one of these to keep in the package. So yeah, Dia de los Mortos. Mortes. I don't speak Spanish. I'm not really that great at pronouncing things. But, I think that's how it's. Dia de los Mortes. But, anyway. This is one of those vehicles that you don't have to change much on the paint scheme. Just, remove the little Hot Wheels logos on there with some rubbing alcohol. And this would be a great Beverly vehicle. Matter of fact, it's probably what I'm going to do with this is make this a Beverly vehicle when I get to that. But, yeah. And that really is a Beverly aesthetic, too, so... And trucks are really good for them. And then we've got this 59 Chevy Impala. This is another one of those vehicles that's pretty much good for any faction, really, in the game. Sponsored. I usually use faction sponsor interchangeably. But, yeah. Again, this is one of those cars I really like. Really unique. I like the back fins and everything on the Impalas. I've got this 59 Chevy wagon from Matchbox, and it's got the same rear end. This says it's just a Chevy wagon, but I was like, I wonder if this is actually an Impala wagon. I don't know. But I do like the Matchbox one too. But plenty of room in the back seat for crew. Front seat is a little cramped looking. The steering wheel is like right up on, like where it'd be sitting basically in the driver's chest. So might have to do something with that if I did put crew in there. But that's part and parcel of Hot Wheels. Sometimes the interior's got a lot of space, and sometimes it is a little on the warped side. Then we got this 97 Mercedes ML320 Jurassic Park. I don't remember seeing this vehicle in Jurassic Park, but a couple things stood out to me, especially for Gaslands. And this is one of those vehicles, like, I think it'd be fun to play with, because it's got like the armor bar through here, and all that reinforced little armor plating looking stuff. I think that would make a really good Vernie. You've got the winch here. You've got this circular spot up here where the spare tire is supposed to be. That's a great spot to put an improvised sludge thrower. So I could easily see a harpoon set up with this. And of course, you know, microplate armor and stuff. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I think this is definitely one of those vehicles that's got a lot of good potential. And it still fits within the Gaslands timeline of not being too new of a vehicle. And then we've got this Ridge Raider 2. Excellent little buggy, I think. Yeah, you could probably use this as a truck, too, if you really wanted to. But it's got number 49, which I like when they use numbers outside of like number 1 and the numbers, like some of these cars will have, like this one has 56, which I think is also neat. But sometimes like this car would be, you know, a 69 Charger, they would have, you know, 69 on it. I mean, nice, but still. Yeah, I kind of like this little vehicle. This is definitely one of those, it's a fantasy casting, which is rare for Matchbox, but it's still, it's got like a little space in here you could hollow out and put a guy in there. There's like these fake wheels here that wouldn't be that hard to cut out, I don't think. Make this like a little fighting platform. But, yeah, I mean, it's like if I ran this as a truck, this is kind of a wide thing for a buggy, but, you know, I got this thing off of Temu, so you can kind of see the scale difference. But that's part and parcel for, this game. We got ourselves a 97 Toyota RAV4. Again, the arrow's right. It's kind of small for a truck. I think I could probably get away with running this as a buggy. Strip the glass out and bump up the suspension a little bit, and I think you got a pretty good little buggy casting there. Yeah, maybe take this part here out entirely, cut that out, and yeah, I think that would work. Cut out this plastic spare tire part too. I do like that the spare tires now actually match the tires that they put on the vehicle, though. Sometimes they have mismatched wheels and stuff. And then I got this little 1970 Citroen 2CV. And I thought I had one of these already, but I didn't. At least I haven't been able to find it. Weird little car. But it goes with another Matchbox Citroen. I have this 15 CV. So if I ever get the inkling to do a Citroen team, I've got the cars to mess with on that. And then we've got this BMW 318 Ti. It's 1995. And I just did a BMW with the Michigan fleet. I usually don't use too many BMWs all that much. I do like certain BMWs, but This one's not wanting to come out. It's like, no, I don't want to be drilled and stripped. And too late. But yeah, it might look a little bit plain, but once you actually use it, I mean, you know, get in the stripper and stuff, and you start putting weapons on it, it looked pretty good. And that's again, I've got another BMW here somewhere that's beat to the heck. Yeah, I don't want to spend all day looking for it. But it's a convertible. It's a cabriolet or something like that. I can't pronounce the word. But yeah, it's a beat up looking BMW. I'm saving that one for Scarlet though. And then we got the Alfa Romeo Duetto. My dad used to have an Alfa Romeo Spider, and it looked similar to this vehicle. It's not the exact same vehicle though. But my dad was a huge Alfa Romeo fan, and Fiat and stuff. In addition, I mean, and Ford, of course. He was definitely a blue oval guy, but so yeah, I like this. And as far as Gaslands, this is again one of those cars that can be used for just about any sponsor. Probably not Rutherford, but Maxine for the styling, easily. Being a convertible, you've got room for crew and stuff, so you could do Scarlet. And it's a small vehicle, so you could conceivably turn this into a buggy too, with a little bit of a roll cage and yeah, lift kit. I know Finn's Custom Diecast makes really good lift kits for vehicles. And then we've got the 1940 Dodge V-Series truck. I'm not sure what I'll do with this one. But this one I think will probably find its home in a team real soon. I like the headlights on the fenders like that. And again, it's got a good space in the back for crew and everything, and that matters. Only thing I'm noticing is it's kind of narrow. Because I mean, like, you look at this Impala, I don't know if that's right scale or not, but again, it's one of those things. It's like, then you compare it to the 56 Ford, and yeah, you can really tell it does look a little bit more narrow, but it's not that far off. Again, scale isn't that big of an issue. It's just quirky, I guess. And then we've got this thing called the Drift Box. That's a buggy. That's definitely a Gaslands buggy. I'm looking at this as either Maxine or Slime. It's very stripped down. There's like no headlights or anything in there. So yeah, it's definitely one of those vehicles that you can make it really look like it's something made out of a scrapyard without too much effort. And this one I do like, because if you look here, there is actually plenty of room for a crew member to go in there. And passenger. There's plenty of space for leg room, which hey, you don't see that all that often. So that's good. And then we've got two more cars, and then some more shenanigans to show. This one will be the 1980 Mercedes-Benz 500 SLC Rally. Now I did do the touring car, the Toka touring car, and I liked how it turned out. So this one will probably be done up a similar way, where we'll leave all the tampos and stuff alone, and we'll just work on the actual weaponing and everything. Because there is a good truth to don't fix what ain't broke. And plus, it's already got really good details on it, so. I do think they have the same paint scheme, though, on another Mercedes. The black hood and the silver body. It's the gold wing one. And, so, it might make a good 3-car team. And then the last one of the Boulevards is this Nissan Laurel C33. This is a great Maxine. Great Maxine. It's all aura, in my opinion. And, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that body kit. That is so cool. 4-door, boxy, and all attitude. And I like how they got like the windows kind of like halfway. I don't know if that's actually like some cars from this era had like a safety feature where they only went down like halfway, so kids couldn't throw themselves out. But I don't know if that's part of this vehicle, or they just had it like stuck halfway like that for the casting itself. But I like it. It is really cool. And right-hand drive. I mean, there's like the little toe thing, and it's hard to see, but the exhaust is like a heart shape. This would be a good Valentine's car. I almost hate the idea of maybe stripping this one too, because that blue and that gray is just absolutely wonderful. This is a beautiful, beautiful car. But that's why I paid extra for the Boulevard. Then for some stuff more stuff I got off of Temu. I had this 3D printed truck. It's FDM printed instead of resin, so it's got some pretty bad build lines on it. But I still might put this together and just see what I can make out of it. See if I can sand that smoother and play with that, or if it's just gonna be parts. That could be a good lift kit for a small bus or something too, and use these as parts. But then I got one more little monster, and that is this kit, this S300. I think this is like some sort of mobile radar thing. It's huge. I mean, it's a big old boy. I was thinking I was going to get the big rocket one right there. But I ended up getting this one because it was like a blind grab. But I'm not entirely... Everything is written in Chinese, so... I'm not entirely sure what most of this is, but you can see here it kind of has all these little things, and big, slow, monstrous looking vehicle. That's kind of a Verney thing, I think, with sat nav and stuff. This could also be a good Michigan vehicle if I hadn't already done a Michigan fleet, but it's a little too late for that now. But so yeah, that's what I've got, and cracked open, and yeah, definitely got some good stuff for Idris if I wanted to do Idris. I mean, I am doing Idris, but next up would be Slime. So there's definitely good vehicles here for Slime. I mean, the Citroen is good for Slime because of their propensity for using wacky vehicles that get banged into all the time. Same with the RAV4 and the Steel Drift Box. That's all. They're all good Slime vehicles. And again, pure styling vehicles like this and the Impala. Those are great Maxine vehicles. All style and stuff. And then of course Beverly is got the truck here, and all of these could be, you know, you'd use some of these for Cult of the Inferno too. So there's plenty of good options. And anyway, thank you for spending time with me. So yeah, as always, like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. And be sure to check out my Etsy channel, King of Cats Crafts. And yeah, like I said, really appreciate everybody sticking with me. And so take care, be safe, and goodbye.